Looking for that perfect game for your gaming console? Video Game Corner is the largest independently owned video gaming store in North Mississippi, located at 1519 Highway 72 in Corinth. We are an authorized limited-run retail store and have a massive collection of retro games and game systems, and also plush toys and collectibles. We also pay top dollar for your used video games. Check them out Monday through Saturday from 10 a.m. to 8 p.m. Visit Video Game Corner in Corinth.
Okay, so as many of you know, I usually review bad products during the month of October, and so far I've been able to avoid said products. Apparently not. Ladies and gentlemen, I own an MP5. I own a G3, and you need a special claw mount in order to mount optics to them. And Apex, in its infinite wisdom, decided to send me a claw mount to help me out with this. Said claw mount, however, is the worst I've ever fucking seen.
I don't like where this is going.
Apex, I know you're watching this. You did this just to piss me off, didn't you? You did this just to see me yell and rant and rave. Well, I'm not going to. I'm going to try my best throughout this entire video not to raise my voice and try and keep it at a simple level of calmness as best as humanly possible. So what am I talking about today, ladies and gentlemen? Well, today's product comes from none other than, of course, UTG. UTG has been known to make a very handful of things that actually do work out very well, actually work out pretty good. Sadly, this claw mount is not one of them. This claw mount is an example of them not knowing what the hell they're doing. I mean, Jesus Christ, if you actually look at the things themselves. Look at this thing. This is overly complicated. How do you overcomplicate a fucking claw mount? You literally have springs on this. This does not need to be there. You literally have Allen screws on here to help adjust height. You don't need to do that. You overcomplicated this to where it does not need to be overcomplicated. Oh my God, why do I need Allen screws in the actual claws themselves? I don't need that. I don't. And the sad thing is that you made this thing too fucking long.
I can smell the failure.
Ah yes, I can already hear you though asking, Al, how'd they overcomplicate this? How'd they make it too long? Why are you angry about this? Aren't you happy that you have a claw mount now? Not for $23 goddamn dollars.
What the fuck?
Not gonna get angry. Not gonna get angry. Namaste. Namaste. So let's just go ahead and address this one right now. This was primarily made for the MP5. So you would mount this on the MP5 with this facing towards you. I'm going to show you why that's a bad thing, because before I even do that, let's look at the bottom. The bottom has these little cutouts here, these little channels that are meant to go on a specific part of the MP5 that was designed that way. The part, of course, I'm talking about is this nice little bit right here. So when I put this on, and try to anyway, well, here's the problem. This right here is kind of touching the front of this, meaning that it will not be able to go all the way down. Even when you try to tighten down the claws, which, by the way, fun fact, these are not going all the way on. They're literally not lining up because the rail is too fucking long and is touching the round bit here of the side post. You can actually see a little bit of the damage that this has already caused. So the solution, you may ask? Turning it around and having it be attached this way. Now I hear you saying, well, that can't be too bad, can't it? It blocks the functionality of the MP5, sadly. It takes away the thing that the MP5 is known for. It takes away your ability to do the HK slap.
If everything you're doing is bad, I want you to know this.
You serious?
And the sad thing is that the claws themselves, once again, are not fully sealing on this. Now, I know what you're thinking. You're thinking, okay, what's wrong with it on the G3 then? Oh, buddy, you have no fucking clue, do you? When it comes to the G3, it's a different matter altogether. Now, there is no, of course, locking surface like on, say, the MP5. However, there is this little bit right here. So, logic dictates that you're supposed to try and get that lined up. Well, sad to say, well, the good news, at least to a degree, is that you can try and slide this on as best as humanly possible. However, the things themselves, the bits that the claws are supposed to lock onto, is so damn shallow that it's going to be a hurdle. Now, the sad thing is that, I mean, it gets on there, but you have to hold it on there, and you have to find a way to get the claws to stay on there. And even if you lock the claws down, it will still come off. I've had this issue several times over. It pisses me the hell off that this thing comes off every single time, but it's clear this was supposed to be designed primarily for the G3 in mind. Well, you're probably saying, well, you're lying about this coming off the G3, because obviously the claws are locked down onto it, right? Let me go ahead and tighten this down, and I'll get back to you on that, just to kind of show you what I mean. Well, I'm pleasantly surprised that the thing actually stayed on, but, here's the thing. One side, and I'm just going to bring you guys in on this, because you got to see this yourselves. If you can see this all right, one side is connecting to the actual claws. These claws, to be exact. But the other side is not. I'm not
Nice fucking model!
joking on this. This is fucking ridiculous. Now you're probably thinking that's not a bad thing, right? Actually, yes, that's a very, very, very bad thing. That's a horrible thing. Not only is the rail off-centered, which means you got no zero, but one good force, one good smack, and this rail comes off, taking a good amount of your upper with you, or at least damaging your upper as well. That's $23. If not more, depending on tax, where you basically spent $30 for this stupid thing. This is not worth it, ladies and gentlemen. It's not worth it at all. The best thing you can do if you really wanted to have a rail for your JGG3 is just take a long piece of Picatinny and just bolt the damn thing down onto the upper itself, which is something I might actually do. But you get what I'm saying. At most, this is a fucking hindrance. At worst, it is a ripoff, a scam, an absolute travesty, and something that I'm not going to be using at all. The legs themselves, the claws themselves are machined horribly. It is over-designed, overly complicated. Do not buy this. If anything, buy other claw mounts on Amazon or WIEGHT that are cheaper and actually more affordable and actually work. This, I'm not going to use. I'm going to keep it as an example of how not to do a claw mount. If anything, I'm going to save up my money and actually buy a claw mount from Amazon myself and actually compare it. Actually go through these Amazon claw mounts and actually look at them. Anyway, thank you all so very much for watching. As always, I've been AirsoftAL. And of course, I couldn't go through one October without reviewing one bad product. Because you sick, sick little monkeys love seeing me suffer. Well, you know what? Next time, I'm going to do something different. I'm going to review pressure pads. How's that for you? Anyway, if you like what I do here, consider donating to the PayPal down below. And as always, ladies and gentlemen, I've been AirsoftAL, and I will see all you lovely, lovely people in the next video. Till next time. Later.